On a Whim, In It Together, the check jacket. Bond Spirit, pink and green. Wadacre Giorgio to come in as well. Stintino Sunset and Ignition. Wadacre Giorgio. Ignition. Stintino Sunset. Looks like they're all in. Ready. Gates back and away they go. Ignition. Just taken back in the early stages in the Join the Midnight movement handicap. We're over the 1.5 miles. Good start made by Rolling Luck and Wadacre Giorgio, two in very similar colours. The yellow sleeves for Wadacre Giorgio. On a Whim is making her way across from a wide gate, as indeed is Hamdani Cruiser. And these two now lock on at the head of affairs somewhat. So it's On a Whim, Hamdani Cruiser, then Rolling Luck, followed by Wadacre Giorgio. Then Highfield Comrade, the red colours there down on the rail. Hickton, the red and white towards the outside. Then Stintino Sunset and Bellamy. Bit of a gap back then to New Fire, who's being driven along already. Then Bond Spirit towards the rear of the field. Then Life on the Rocks, followed then by Goodnight Irene. Ignition is last but one, and In It Together is right at the rear of the field. A field that's strung out by about 12 to 14 lengths as they make their way down towards the final mile. And it's On a Whim that leads at the moment to Hamdani Cruiser, who's racing in second. And these two still about 3 lengths on to Rolling Luck and Wadacre Giorgio, who race stride for stride. Then Hickton, who's in fifth, the red and white. Followed then by Highfield Comrade and Bellamy and Stintino Sunset. Followed then towards the outside by New Fire, who's in that two-tone blue jacket as they make their way towards the final 3/4 of a mile. Also towards the rear of the field at the moment, Bond Spirit, Goodnight Irene just in behind that one. Followed then towards the back, the grey and blue colours there of Life on the Rocks, who hasn't got too many behind. In It Together is still towards the rear of the field, as indeed is the slow-starting Ignition. Down towards the end of the back straight they go, and it's On a Whim, the sheepskin noseband out in front. The Hamdani Cruiser, who's parked in behind there in second. Then Rolling Luck down on the rail, followed by Wadacre Giorgio. Hickton has just been sitting 3 or 4 lengths off this pace most of the way round. Still goes pretty nicely. Right on the inside, Highfield Comrade, Bellamy. The striped sleeves gets a little bit closer. Then Stintino Sunset, followed by New Fire, and then Bond Spirit, and then Life on the Rocks, followed then by Goodnight Irene, Ignition, and right at the rear of the field is In It Together. They're swinging for home. Just under 3 furlongs left to go. On a Whim now tackled and passed by Hamdani Cruiser. Pulled out for a run is Rolling Luck. A little bit wider still, Wadacre Giorgio, who's making a beeline for that grandstand rail. They're followed then in 5th position by Highfield Comrade, Stintino Sunset, the sheepskin noseband. The mauve jacket tries to get a little bit closer than Bellamy. Plenty of chances as they go towards the final furlong and a half, but it's Hickton, who's been off that fairly fierce pace, who now comes through to take it up to Bellamy in second, then Highfield Comrade, Wadacre Giorgio, and also Rolling and Luck battling it out down on the rail, but it's Hickton who's come through. Bellamy could be the danger down the centre of the track. Hickton, Bellamy is the race up towards the line. Hickton by a diminishing margin. Hickton just about hangs on to Bellamy in second. Wadacre Giorgio finished in third. 4th horse home, Highfield Comrade.